This show on the road. Get dressed up in our favoriteest uniforms. No, we're not going to do that today. We're going to talk about them, I guess. If people put them. Hi. Oh, shit. Hi, buddy. We're live. What's up?
Hello, everybody. This is not sorry part two, but we like our phasers, we like our rifles, like our uniforms. I'll ask the same thing I asked yesterday. So, how many uniforms do you have just to hand, at arm's length, or just over?
It's three or four or five. I don't know.
Oh,
Not
okay.
a whole lot. Not as much as you.
Yeah, because they're in a wardrobe together. Although, boy, literally can't close it. But it's mostly because the Wrath of Khan and the Doctor Who have broad shoulders, so they're not quite It's a wardrobe meant for shirts, not for things with shoulder pads, which is fair. How many classic things have shoulder pads?
Well, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome, welcome.
Uniform time.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Trekyards says, "Hey, dudes, let the uniform fetish be unleashed." I mean, sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah.
Big fan of uniforms. Not of all uniforms, but the way that wearing one of these things as a fan can really bring you into the world in a way that's really unique.
Hmm.
So I think that's part of why I like uniforms.
Yeah. Um, I like uniforms too. I don't find that I, I don't get them fitted per se, so I'm not really I'd rather look good in it and get it fitted, but I just don't ever want to get it fitted. So it's one of those situations. You know?
Okay. Okay.
Anywho's.
That's fair. Yeah, because uniforms. There's definitely a line between, as everyone knows who will do a Halloween costume, right? There's a real problem with uniforms where anything below a certain quality doesn't feel right, and so there's that line of where how much you want to spend, how close you want to be. Which is why Monster Maroons, of course, it's the absolute minority of people because they are absurdly expensive. Um, I actually said someone tried to sell me some trousers the other day, 2 months ago, and it was like $195 for the trousers for one, and I'm like,
Wow.
but but somebody similar sells a full TNG jacket for 170, and that's a jacket,
Yeah.
all right. But that's because they're accurate and well done and all the flourishes. That's obviously a harder one to do. So good uniforms be expensive. That's why I've accumulated them over yonks, absolutely years. But there are clear favourites to me. Don't know about you in the uniform game, but this is not about us, is it,
Hmm.
Stuart? Where does the power
No.
lie today? As scary as that might be.
Well, with everyone out there, the community, you guys get to PayPal or
Goodness.
super chat in with your choices for uniforms, and you also get to vote. So you get to vote on where to rank them. So yeah, it's not up to us. It's up to you guys. So it'll be interesting to see what the majority says.
Or if we're gonna have a similar thing as yesterday, where everyone likes a
Every,
lot of things, and then some things people don't like, but mostly do like.
yeah, everything that I really like, people are going to put in C. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna start showing you in a minute.
go share. I tell you guys to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click notification bell icon to all. Um, so you don't miss any content from us. And the Dark Lord, Revan. We're just doing Star Trek today. So no, those are not an option. Plus it's $5 per uniform. So thank you though. Anyway, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell icon to all. Oh my God, so you don't miss anything from us. And also make sure that you support the channel any way you can, just by showing up, by being part of the community and the conversation in the regular chat, by super chatting if you can. Like I said, put a super thanks on an older video. Anything like that really helps us out immensely. PayPal, trekyards@hotmail.com. Again, big big difference there for that. So that's awesome. Or you can join the channel. There's a join button down there on YouTube, or you can head over to Patreon/Trekyards. You can join us on a monthly basis as well. Lots of ways. Anyway, also the description of every video, there's links to the Teespring and the TeePublic store where you can get yourself some cool Trekyards merch, which can be considered a uniform, I guess, a Trekyard uniform of sorts. So click the link, check the stuff out. There's a lot more there than just Trekyard stuff. So don't feel it's just Trekyards. But yeah, lots of ways to support and help us out. Just be part of the conversation, be part of the community, be part of the fun that we have over here. And yeah, look forward to seeing what you guys come up with and talk about in this live. Oh, keep in mind there are ones on the thumbnail over here, which Enterprise, Monster Maroon, and First Contact. So don't forget about the thumbnail ones. Just saying. You know.
It often happens.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy. Now, when I say uniform, do you have, and this is, I know the answer really, but do you have what a 1, a 2, or 3 that are insulate? That for me is definitive, or are you a bit more?
Nope, 2 pop into my mind instantly. TOS and TMP. Or not TMP, sorry. Monster Maroon.
I was about to say it's a
The
bold
motion
choice.
picture era. The motion picture era.
That's why we call it TWOC, because motion picture era is a very broad thing when you have other things.
Yeah. Yeah, so honestly, the TOS one is the first one. But I mean, that's fair. That's probably a lot of people's response.
But it's definitely a generational thing, because I would instantly go to TNG being my first one as a go-to. Certainly have more episodes. I mean, all the various reasons. And as the other day, somebody said, JJ was a Trek I grew up with. I was like,
oh, you poor bastard.
Because it's been obviously long enough, but that was their touchstone of quality Trek. Yeah. So for some people, you say Star Trek uniform, they're going to think of JJ uniforms.
I should explain the fucking image that's on screen right now. It's because of Olivia, who threw in 20 in the PayPal. So she asked for scants. I love the scants. So TOS scant. I know it's not really one, but humor me. TNG scants, Star Trek 2009 scants, Lower Deck scant, and this ends my ask for scants. So yeah, she wants to talk about all of them. So we'll talk about the TOS one first, which is this one, I guess. Yes, never really a thing.
Yes, I'm AI generating them because she's great.
Yeah.
So I'm using a Nano Banana on a brand new system, which I'm sort of paying for, but it's all sponsored. So you're welcome, but it's coming out of my pocket, as it were. But but I mean, obviously you supercharge, so it's fine. But I've got 3, 2 worked, 1 didn't. But that's what you get. So Stuart, here you go. First one. Talk about your favorite uniform ever that you just saw.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, it looks comfy. I just wish it should probably have longs. I like that. It should probably have long sleeves. Just saying, your balls might get a little cold, but it's like a kilt. It's fine. What? Anyway,
where are your balls? God.
It works for a scant in the TOS era. Even the short sleeve is quite an interesting choice. But yeah, I wouldn't wear it personally. But I mean, hey, whoever wants to, go for it.
There's no super chat big enough for you to delve into Olivia's request for a scant for TOS.
It's funny because when we went to the Vegas convention, there was these guys that every day they had a different scant from a different era that they created themselves, like including Enterprise era scants. And that was quite creative. Like that was sure if that's going to be a thing in Star Trek. So yeah.
And it must be somewhat satirical they're doing that. I don't know if they necessarily thought that, but it's like it feels unserious because it's such a deride is the wrong word, but a joke within a joke. I would say uniform. It's obviously silly, but also it's not, but it is. Yeah, and I think this one doesn't work in TOS actually because it looks too much like. I mean, this is obviously fictional, but this version I don't think works. It looks like someone's wearing a nightshirt out of cozy fabric in the modern day. It looks like it's lost all the crispness of TOS for me, so I actually disagree. I think this doesn't work as a uniform, even in the context. But that's not to us, right?
No.
Up to you.
With 18 votes, D wins with 50%. Get your goddamn cursor off of there. It keeps drifting across the screen and people can see it. Damn, boy.
Interesting.
It's a Samuel Cockings thing drifting across the screen all the time.
What?
Your cursor on your the
Oh yeah.
display
Yeah.
keeps slowly drifting across the screen.
Slides. All
Oh.
right, so I did two more, as you can see. I mean two more gave me a double, but you can do the next one, the JJ, which came through, and I'm rather impressed actually.
The JJ scans. Wow.
Far more detailed.
Yeah, but okay. This is a two-piece thing, so it looks like a standard uniform shirt and a skirt. It's not really a scant, but I mean, you just imagine that's all one piece. I mean, sure, it works for some people. Some people like it, I guess. You should probably put F as an option for some of these, just for the records. So I think people might vote F for
Oh, sorry, I was
scans.
being generous
That's
is the
okay.
wrong word, but yeah, you're probably right
Well,
with
with
that.
80% in D already, it's like,
Oh
oof. I'm sure
goodness.
people would select F if they had the choice.
Oh, let us know. I dare.
Uh,
No, see this. I think works a lot better. It almost feels like he's wearing shorts, but he isn't. Other things works. The fabric is just richer and crisper. I mean, it is just a JJ uniform from the top and then a skirt. But boy, they've given Pine some muscly legs. I mean, that guy feels doing a good job. Doing a good job.
he didn't skip leg day, that's for
He did
sure.
not. Yeah, definitely better.
Sweaty on top, freezing on the bottom.
I don't really works in climate controlled sets, and that's okay.
Who would vote F for these? I just want to just put it in the regular chat, just F, because I think that should be an option for these scans. Because
I was being so generous, but yes, maybe I shouldn't be. So I was trying to be nice to Olivia.
don't do that.
Okay. Lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Kelvin Scant isn't necessarily bad. Voted C, but Kirk and Red feels off.
Yeah, I didn't
Yes.
clarify for Pine. That was, it just did that. And I'm okay with that. But what are
Yeah,
people saying strict? We have loads to come, which is fantastic.
we got F, 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 F. So should I move these two down to F? Would you
No,
guys
I'll
have
do
voted
once
F?
again if you'll do a reroll. Because then we have contrast, right? There might be some easy Ds.
Well, Classics put in two super chats of $2 each, saying at the end of the last live, I submitted a PayPal for
Yes.
this live. So that might count for the re-roll of this.
Right. Like I said, pause on that and we'll go back to it. Let's get some more in the lineup.
I'm just gonna put it at F for now because I think that's where people want it.
See, I don't think that's an F grade, but okay. It's a bit harsh. Now there's two low deck ones, so pick which one you want. Neither are correct, but you didn't know what low deck uniforms were.
I guess these.
Whichever, as in of the two. Yeah. So pick one. Oh, and they're the same. I guess they're the same. Just pick the cut the wider one up open. That's what it gave me, and I don't have that much control, so.
Supposed to be a lower decks one.
Mm-hmm.
Put F as an option, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. Okay. Because I can't see anybody voting.
It does feel more Scottish to me.
This one
Whatever.
looks a bit more cohesive with the color palette and stuff and the design. Like,
But Discovery has the panels, not low decks. I don't know. I don't know. This one we didn't really have. This is where we didn't really have that. Oh, class! I just saw that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on top of these.
and 00 guys, $5. F for feminine on men. Keep the skirts on the women, better legs. Yeah, but I mean, look at kilts. Like it is, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's an entire culture of men that wear them as a normal thing. No, not everyday
Mm-hmm.
thing, but I mean, yes, women legs are better, of course, but you know,
Well, to you, but women like looking at men's legs, so
uh, I guess they've less to look
women
at in
women like
general.
calves. like calf muscles. Trust me.
Yeah, but I guess
So
it's
much so
more of
that
a
men get calf implants.
BCL, big calf lift.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever the phrasing is.
All right, with this one, 17 votes. F wins with 47%.
Okay, so not a slam dunk. Okay, that's the best picture. Okay, good. Cool.
All
All
right,
right.
next up. Where are we going next?
Super
Chappelle?
chat, because there are plenty and we have lots to
Okay.
look at. I'm excited about some really great. You guys aren't going for
Olivia,
the easy ones straight away, which is great.
$5. Here's $5, hoping Sam will wear a scant. No, fine. Then review the Starfleet Academy female uniform with the skirt in 2009. Is that this one?
Only skirt there. I assume you remember this one fondly then.
Well, I'd like to see it on a person, but uh it's fine. I mean, there's nothing special about it. Depends who's wearing it, I guess. I don't remember if the Orion lady was or not. I believe she was. Preferred when she wasn't wearing it personally, but
I don't remember that scene. I think she was always wearing it.
Anyway, you guys vote. What do you guys think of the 2009?
Because it's a
red?
hard metric, right? Because it's a totally fine uniform, and the red's a really good color. I will say I like the shade of red, but it's very uninteresting. But it's also a uniform. You know, the stuff they had Nog wear and are far more weird. You know, a weird grey and then all that stuff. But it was distinct. This is undistinct, but also probably makes a lot more sense for just a naval officer uniform. Like I see it more, but also it's more dull. But it's tricky to go back to a cadet when it's like they should all be more uniform, more basic, and yeah. Yeah.
Well, with 18 votes, this one is winning with B, 33%.
Oh, well, C is tied. B and D, sorry. Okay. Like or dislike. This is why you guys need to vote straight away, because 18 votes, any vote can make a difference there. 2 planes. Not bad, not great. Yep.
So go vote. We'll break the tie, guys. Oh, 35% for BNC now. 20 votes. Come on, let's go.
Dark says F, which is the Kelvin Academy uniforms in general looked a bit too World War II. Yeah. I see boots, not socks. Yeah, boots, not socks. But socks in the boots, but yeah. 20 votes, guys. Somebody could change the tie here.
It takes us 1 vote. And we have 25 of you here, so another 5 people can vote.
Like the power, literally, like you have the power in your hands right this second. There is, just to put us back onto your main tab from being on the loo, and then press a button. That's what you could do. Except the way you just did that, because they, oh goodness.
Yep.
I mean,
I got all day. I can sit here and wait till there's a tie break. I'll do that. I'll have a drink.
we'll just hang out, Yeah, because they gotta. The winner's gotta win. Win. Win it off. Win it off.
F is creeping up though.
Kilts are different from this stuff. No swords or shields. He ain't William Wallace or Rob Roy. I don't know if kilt is only defined by has to have accessories.
Nope. Just that pouch thing at the front. That's what it.
There we go. D 33%. So quick. Place it.
Got it.
Okay. Oh gosh, the amount of skirts slash kilts in this lineup so far is mad. Would not have guessed that. And this is why you guys need
All
low.
right. Next up, Sasaguro 2005 euros. For me, the Rathacon uniform is the best,
Ooh.
easily. It's the one that doesn't feel like pajama or jumpsuit. It needs the turtleneck, of course.
And you can put in
Yes.
variants, so therefore he's putting the Rathacon with full accessories, but you can put in the TNG version or the Prestige version. They're not going to do as well, of course, but they are technically variants.
Yeah, so the Monster Maroon, I guess this is classic, just a little bit too military for Starfleet, but at the same time, it became like a staple of Starfleet because of Nicholas Meyer, but more of a Napoleonic type vibe to it with the all the accoutrement, like the badge and the rank thing, and there's a lot going on with it, is what I'm saying. And yeah, wouldn't want to be wearing one under the studio lights necessarily, but goddamn, they look good. Yeah, these are like, yeah, Derek the goat. Yeah, greatest of all time. Definitely up there. But again, getting replicas made that are properly fitting, it can be quite expensive. And with the right materials and all that as well, there's a lot to consider for this one. So including your rank pip or your rank pin, and then your um, service, what are they called? Pips and squeaks for the years for your. There's a lot to going on with this one. Is what I'm
And
saying.
of course, there isn't just one rank. You got to do one rank and one rank, and there's
Uh-uh,
two locations for things. So every single part of it you have to buy several of,
uh-uh.
basically, which is ridiculous. And obviously, if you're at a high rank, you got to buy then a lot of things. Um,
Yeah, and the admirals have like a special ribbon
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
thing,
mm-hmm.
which I
Yeah, I
actually
mean
have.
these uniforms you cannot get for under $1,500 pounds, or like $1,800, because no part of it is that cheap. The belt alone is about $300, 250,
Yeah.
300, because you got to get the custom. It's got to be a custom accurate metal belt ring, and then the belt itself, which is also custom. So it's pretty specific. So obviously this is a great uniform, but it is the least Trek uniform we're going to see today, because it is, I mean, if you took off the combat, which isn't obviously a combat at all, and you put this in a room with every other uniform, and if you had this and TNG Voyager, DS9, TOS, and said, okay, which one isn't Star Trek? This would be everyone's pick for non-Trek fans, because it is so different that it's obviously not Star Trek. It's got a belt, for fuck's sake. You don't need a belt in the future, right? Like, it's dumb, right? But it's
Yeah.
doing something very anti-Gene, very anti-Star Trek, military. It's a military dress uniform which everyone wears. It's very smart. It sometimes sucks to wear because it's heavy and unwieldy and not designed for much except looking good.
There it is.
And it's my dad's like least favorite uniform because it's the least Gene looking. Um,
My belt buckle for
yeah,
if I ever get one,
beautiful.
and my admiral.
Oh, for the
Yeah, the different admiral stuff.
cool.
I've
Yeah,
got all the
accoutrements.
proper like yeah.
Yeah. So it's a tricky one. It's the least good Trek uniform, but also the most detailed and one of the coolest. And as a group, it looks amazing. But I mean, for
Yeah.
me, anything TNG Voyager is far superior because it feels like a sci-fi Trek uniform. This doesn't in any of those ways, but it's
Yeah.
still epic. But when literally the trousers cost $200 and the it's an absurd uniform. It took me over a year and a half to get one, and it took me another 4 or 5 years to get the proper undershirt. So, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what you guys are saying with 25 votes.
Okay.
S tier wins with 56%.
Oh wow. C32. So those people think it's overrated. No one B and 12% A. Okay. That's interesting.
It
Interesting.
is.
Interesting.
All right, next up, the Dark Revan, $2. Oh, I already talked to him about this. How about the red uniforms from Andromeda Ascendant? Yeah, we're not covering those. Plus, it's got to be $5. So that was before the live started, basically.
Okay. All right.
Uh, and Classic putting his bid in. And then the Dark Lord Revan, $5. The Delta Flyer pilot uniforms Kim and Paris wore in racing
Mm-hmm.
episode of Voyager. It's these ones, which I actually really love these. I wish we would have seen them again. They look very fancy and formal. They could have
Mm.
been I wonder if they were discarded or concept like formal wear, formal uniforms, because they kind of have that vibe to them.
I would say as soon as they went jumpsuit, it wouldn't be formal. I think if they were a jacket with thicker material, because it does feel like a
Yeah.
race, which is what it is, right? It does feel like what it's meant to be.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I like the little like flap things that they have as well. Um, no, this is quite an interesting. This one I like. I really like this one. I would like to see, it used at some point in some fan film. Don't know if you have one. Do you have one?
I
No,
don't.
you don't have one. Oh,
I
I'll get
don't.
one. Um, no, they're fancy. They have a nice, crisp, clean look to them, and I think they're great. We'd love to see more of them. Love the red pinstriping on them. I think that's great. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a really rare example of a unique uniform. Because
yeah,
yeah, and it definitely to me feels like they went out their way to as the two of them pick a designated sort of show uniform, as if you'd go to a equestrian event and you'd wear a custom top hat, like it's something specific. Because I wouldn't see this being a standard uniform for just test pilots. It's too fancy, but it would be for
mm,
races, for formal events. So it fits really well, and it's and to see the white shoulders is really unusual. Yeah, yeah, should have been done more. I think there's a cheap cosplay you can get of them, but thin
yeah.
fabric and mileage will vary. Yeah, interesting. What you guys say it's super different, but also being clearly the Star Trek that you know. Like it's very clever in that regard.
Well, with 25 votes, A wins with 36%.
Okay, okay. Dark says racing films should have kept the department colors. Yeah, I can see that. Can see that. And guys, just to remind you, if you PayPal, you get 2 for 1, and we get substantial more of that support. So super chats are fantastic, but if you have the PayPal address which is up there, then the 5 you give there, you get 2 on the PayPal, and we get more of it, so everyone wins there. So consider swapping over to PayPal if you can and are able. Everything helps, but that helps just a bit more.
All right. 00 guy 0, $10. I like the Star Trek
That's special.
Enterprise uniforms, connecting NASA Nomax flight suits with Star Trek. I wore a Nomax suit when I was in the military, but I was on an M1A1 Abrams tank. Nice. All right, so there it is right there.
The boiler
Enterprise.
suit. So the other least Trek uniform, because it's a NASA uniform,
Yeah, I
right?
really like it though. It
Yeah.
looks. I've worn like mechanics overalls that they're
Mm.
super comfortable. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the pockets in this.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it'd be super comfortable to wear. Uh, as long as it's not too tight in the groin area. If it's fitted
Mm.
properly, the one piece could be quite comfortable. So yeah, I love the patches on the arms as
Mm-hmm.
well. That kind of
Mm-hmm.
has that military type vibe, which I think is cool. And
It's just funny because you remove 2 elements. It's not a Star Trek uniform,
yeah, I know.
but you add those 2 elements the way they've done them, which iterates on other things you understand, and like it's a perfect brief, right? It's perfect what it what it probably could have done with a second color element for division somewhere. Don't know how, because it would have been, I don't know, something else.
Just
Maybe
color in the area that's got the striping around it at the top. Just color in the shoulders with
I think that would be too much, but maybe like a ring around the arm, like TOS bands, just as the color,
hmm.
like a little strip, nothing big. I don't know, just something that the color, like it's so one tone, but luckily those things do pop well. And I've worn a couple of versions, and the Kozamar, they've made an expensive one, which is odd for them, and it's quite thick fabric, and it's not that comfortable. I would say it's kind of, you really feel you're wearing something because it's a heavier duty fabric, and you have to
Hmm.
get I've got a very specific undershirt that's like a really nice fabric, and it's got 3 buttons that goes right up here, and they don't do it up, so without the undershirt it looks weird, and I didn't have one, so I'd like fake it a bit as well. But yeah, it's just like super logic, and it could have probably done with, if they'd done seasons, if they really had planned 1 to 4, right? They probably could have done with season 3 or 4 introducing the next version, which is more of a Starfleet uniform versus Earth Alliance uniform, where it just gets one more level to TOS, just one, right? Would have been kind of cool, and not just having the epaulets, which are, how is that a better uniform? But I love Archer's uniform. His is awesome. And I'm very pleased but shocked by this result. Well done, audience, for Enterprise represent or what? Goodness.
25 votes, 72% say A.
Because I took out S because I assumed we're getting a lot of D's because people think F Enterprise, not F's, but I mean I assume we're getting a lot of D's. That is an overwhelming love. Wow. Very nice.
Okay. Next one we got Classic for Real, $6. Here's $5 for Stuart's choice and $1 to combine with prior supers for Sam's choice.
Yes.
Also put in the PayPal yesterday for Stranger Worlds Monster Marine. Just
Yes,
excited.
which I already put up there.
Well, put that one in.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about? I have to go to the washroom real quick, and I'll be right back to talk about it.
Okie
And then I'll put in my
dokie.
choice. Be right back.
Okay, and I do see that it has not loaded because it is a piece of poo. Can I even see it? See, I can see it on one monitor, which is odd. I just copy and pasted it. Okay, so obviously the cards on the table of this. This for me is a corrupted Monster Maroon. It looks like it's the same thing, but everything's been damaged heavily. The line of the black has gone from being crisp there to hard down, which means this has to be absurdly long, which really disbalances, and it's got this, for me, disgusting texture on the shoulders, which looks wet in every shot. So for me, this lowers the Rathacon. I would always put Rathacon S. This for me would be a C at best because it is so much worse because of it, and it has like, what are the cool elements now, right? If it's disbalanced, but it allowed for the cosplay stores to create a cheap version, and then as people got them and wore them at conventions, which is lovely. But for me, it is a substantial downgrade. But yeah, you guys be the voters, so you guys will decide.
I
Vote
totally
now.
agree. This piece of shit. It looks like
I try to be a little more diplomatic, but yeah.
I hate that it's available for people to buy at an affordable price because everybody's wearing it, going, "Look at my monster." It doesn't look good, guys.
I didn't say that, but I implied that heavily. Well done.
Well, I mean, I'm here to say it because I don't mince words when it comes to that kind of shit. So, it's how to make the Monster Maroon look lazy and bad. I mean, the cut of the flap is wrong. The material and the curvature of the strap is wrong. The leather stuff on the arms make it look
Disgusting.
wet. Yeah, it makes it look wet and gross. But everybody's got one now, and they're like, "Look, I got them." No, you don't. You don't. And it gets really tiring to see people fucking wearing it, thinking that it looks good. That being said, I don't mind the black ones that look like this.
Which obviously came from nowhere.
Exactly.
They just made them. Yeah.
Yeah. But the black Monster Maroon style looks really good, even with the laziness of this one. So,
And it's funny because I said that, always the Monster Maroon is going to be an S. I said for this goes all the way down to a C, if not lower, because it just there's very little good about this because some of it is
yeah.
now broken. Like it's just not a good uniform now. But that's just me. People are going to put an A, aren't they?
Sergeant Montgomery says, I have no option to give it an F.
I don't think it's that. Because
No, I
Pike
don't
looks
think
good in
it's,
it. He just would look better in Monster Maroon.
yeah.
Oh gosh,
Well,
I'm so nervous what people are going to say for this.
according to 28 voters, 54% give it a C, which I
Oh,
think
okay.
is appropriate. Yeah. I am totally fine with that. Oh, and then my choice. He gave the option for my choice. Well, I'm gonna go with the actual goat.
Oh,
TOS. They look like pajamas, a lot of people say.
Stuart, they like pajamas. There you
They don't, though. They don't, let's be honest. No, these the way they shrunk when I washed them, they had a good look and cut to them. They felt military like, and I know. I think season 3 they got a different kind of velour that didn't shrink, so it fit better. But yeah, the sparkly pants. I didn't know they were sparkly until very recently. That they had always been of a sparkle kind of like star pattern to them. So that's interesting in and of itself. But I just they look so comfortable. The colors are good. They just it works as a standard or a uniformity to the people on board. I think it's actually really good look. So, and it's simple, it's simplistic. And yes, you could argue that some some versions are like the versions that try to improve it, like Star Trek Beyond, like um the other one, let's just slip my mind. Strange New Worlds, they kind of have the same kind of vibe, but I don't know. There's something about the TOS ones, just the way they look like they on screen. I don't know. There's something about them that just is special to me. I don't know if it's just because I grew up with it, but I really like and appreciate them. So
Yeah, it's one of those things that there's obviously a heavy bias, and it'd be super interesting when I have my babies to see what they think about it, because it obviously is of its time, and it will always be of that time, right? And we've seen, luckily, interestingly, Intimate Darkly and Trials and Tribulations, where it's filmed with newer
mm,
techniques, and they
hmm
do feel different. Having done various TOS things myself, I think filming the modern cameras looks kind of cool, and I'm, if we get more funding via Indiegogo, etc., it'd be obviously cool to do something on location. We can have the nice depth of field, because I've only ever done green screen based TOS, but to get them on location looking really sleek will be kind of nice, right? Would be cool. So yeah, has appeared on your
we need a
window.
tiebreaker, guys. Go break the tie.
Yeah, but I think they are obviously Gene's perfect vision. They are beautifully forward thinking, because they instantly tell you everything you need to know. What division you're on in, which all have three nice colors. The rank is easily seeable and understandable. And if you go by the logic of the delta, then you instantly know what ship you're on or station. So everything being fully integrated and uniform in location and style, very easy to work out who, what, where you are. And if you're of a leaner build and there's a tighter uniform, it looks fantastic. They're
Mm.
really good, and just, yeah, good choice on color.
Lady Delilah says nostalgia can bring rose-colored lenses. It can, and some things don't hold up, like some of the cartoons I used to grow up with that I loved and still admire. Go back and watch them. However, this doesn't fall under that umbrella for me. So.
Yeah, I don't know how nostalgia fits with this, because it's one of the most famous uniforms in sci-fi, and I mean, it's got to be what, this and a stormtrooper uniform costume that are the two most worn pieces,
Mm.
right? I would assume, because people are making this. I was gonna say Jedi, but Jedi's a broad spectrum. I guess if you're in a robe, it could count. But people are wearing this since the 60s. There's pictures of James Cawley and Vit Mignogna made homemade ones, because it's relatively straightforward to make a replica, right? It's probably the most cosplayed costume of all time, because of the length of time, the ease of creation, and you can make an okay one that looks decent, you know. So
And it keeps flip-flopping between S and C here.
wow,
And I said I liked it, so of course it's going to get C. But with 35 votes, we have 35 people here currently. We
wow,
had 38 a second ago. Um,
wow. C though, because I would have been unhappy, but like, okay, fair, sort of S or A, be it a stretch, but to have it be and C feels like woo.
C just, well, C was winning for a second there. I was about to close it, but now it's tied again. 32% for S and C,
Look, 37 watching. That's pretty cool.
and 37 votes.
James Cawley, not Corden. That'd be hell of a look. Oh gosh, because I mean, this is definitely better than the. I mean, this is much better than the Enterprise uniform. Sorry, the Enterprise uniform is a boiler suit with a strip on,
Yeah.
right?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the deal. We got a tie. 37 votes. I doubt we'll get any more. So you and I are the tiebreakers. So what do you vote?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna overrule people in the sense go A, because it's obviously not C.
You're
If
gonna
we
go
don't want
A.
S,
Well, you
then make
can't.
it A.
It's a tie. We have to pick either S or C. You and I, and we'll
But
break
no,
the
if you
tie.
make A, then it's in between, which means that everyone's happy, no one's happy, and it's better reflected. Because it's not a C. That's ridiculous.
But there's only two options because it's tied. S and C. What do you vote? I vote S. So you can tie it up by voting S, and then we're still no further ahead. Or you can vote A, in which case S wins it because my vote would put it over the top.
Then A, out of democracy, kind of.
Perfect. It's an S. Have to find a way
Because
to
over
work a note.
50% voted S or A, so I think I'm with my, you know.
I gotta find a way to
That's why
break
you
the
gotta
tie.
vote, guys. That's why you gotta vote. Which you did. You
Oh,
can't.
everybody did vote. That's the problem.
Oh. And of course, guys,
Um,
I remind you this is all via Super Chat and PayPal. PayPal's 2 for 1, so if you have $5 you want to pay for uniform, put it on PayPal, trekyards@hotmail.com. You get 2, and there are so many great uniforms to do. We'd love to do all of them, because last time we didn't do all by a long stretch, so submit if you can, including variants, as in, yes, it's Enterprise version, or Coast Wraparound. Canon is good. Let us know.
let's switch back to PayPal now.
No one knew that, except, well, the ones already had, so I guess you haven't gone through it yet. Oh yes, the away mission style from Beyond from Olivia.
Oh, the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, jacket's just great. I love this look. I would actually like one of these jackets. As much as I'm not a big fan of the Kelvin verse, this jacket I think
Well,
looks
here
really
it
good.
sucks. And why, Stuart?
This doesn't suck.
Oh,
I
sorry,
don't even know what you're talking about.
just making a joke that you always make.
Anyway, no, I like this jacket. I think it looks really good on Kirk in particular in the movie. Everybody, okay, I'm seeing a jacket on my screen. Everybody's seeing an exclamation point on the live. That's really weird. Oh, there we go. Fixed.
Yeah, I had to fix in the meantime.
Awesome. Okay. No, I like this. I like the away team look that they have in Beyond. Beyond was the best of the Kelvin films, in my opinion. One of the things that contributed to it was the look. This look, although doesn't look like an official one because it's a little bit different, but you know which look we're going for here, guys. And I like the idea of a jacket instead of just a uniform. I guess I understand it's material that's like temperature controlled and all that for most of Star Trek, but I like the idea of a jacket for away missions. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very much. It's one of those things that is like, it. It's a cool jacket someone drew, and they put some Trek colors onto it, kind of like the jumpsuit from Enterprise.
Mm.
But because it's a decent jacket anyway, and like I said, Kirk's beautifully formatted, it's a very easily not Trek uniform, but it's a nice Trek uniform despite. So it's a so it's unique win-wins. And yeah, it works. If someone offered it for me for free, I would totally have one and wear it. But I wouldn't, because I know the fabrics are good, and just like Monster Marine, you couldn't get a crap one and it look good. You need to get a licensed, at least medium one, right, for it to work. So yeah, I'm interested to see what people say. It just, yeah, it doesn't read Trek, but it reads as cool. So yeah.
Let's bring in the actual like Kirk one,
Once again, it
which
doesn't
it looks
work.
different.
God damn, every picture now is not working.
That one's not working either.
No, I had to copy and paste the last two. Nope, that's not working at all.
Oh,
On either.
let's see.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of open and reset of the machine to get them in. But you guys know what it looks like, so vote.
The official one looks better. But anyway, yeah. I don't know
Okay.
if that'll influence voting, but with 28 votes, C wins with 32%.
Fair enough. That's pretty spread. A lot of different opinions on that. Interesting. Dan, I don't think it's ugly.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
C. All right, next up we've got Was that, hold on, was that the end of that PayPal? Yeah.
We were at Enterprise, so already covered, but we can include a random one I can throw in because I'm allowed to. God damn it! Okay, I'm gonna throw in this one because I'm interested to see what people think because
He's gonna
sell. Hmm?
read Schmobuddy's PayPal, which is talking about the Monster Maroons. I think it was probably sent when we were talking about it. He says, Monster Maroons will always be my favorite. Wish they did Division Colors update in the Lost era. Same style, but Division colored tunics and pant stripes. And then he says his other choice is the TNG, not the leotard. So, which we'll do next after Tom. Sam's here.
Yeah, this is because no one's gonna pick it, but I'm interested in what people think. This is the season 1 Picard uniform, the famous uniform for one of the comments being the first actor we see in the trailer wearing it. It's obviously not made for him because it doesn't fit him at all. And it's like, but you would tailor it for him and it doesn't fit. So almost no one in this uniform it's fit for them, which seems very bizarre. And also it's a significant backstep from the flashback, which was of course invented after this, because this just looks like the Voyager but worse. Whereas a flashback looks like the Voyager but interesting. For me anyway, with a bit of character, this is a much more boring uniform. Now, interestingly, for whatever reason, you cannot see the fact that it's actually got a black raised rim on the shoulder line, but you just can't see it in the episodes for whatever reason. But if you see, I've seen a real one several times because they've got one at the local museum, and it looks better in person because it's not on somebody, and the rim is quite distinct. It actually gives it a pop that just is not visible. I know I never saw it on the show. Not that I've seen it many times. Your thoughts?
I don't mind this one at all. I kind of like the cut of the color, the way that kind of dips down there in the middle. It's nice, and I like the high collars on it. Other than that, it's carrying over a lot of TNG isms with the pant cut with the V on the front. Yeah, I like the colored shoulders. Got a nice pop.
It's just funny. It's just a worse Voyager. You know, that's what my dad
Yeah.
says. Like he says, they nailed perfection with TNG and Voyager. That any variant has to really be good stand up. Like First Contact is not the same; it's different, right? And then Flashback is very different, and then Prodigy is very different. You know, but that's just an inferior of the same type. But I do have a couple because of course at the time that was like our new uniform. But I've not. I don't think I put on. No, I think I put one person on it once, and I was like, yeah. But it is a canon uniform, and it did exist for a couple of years, we assume. So after at some point I'll see it, but I hate for with passion they've got the deltas on the shoulders, because any
Oh yeah.
cheap cosplay version they're reflective and gross, so they really are visible. Whereas I would get it custom done voice style with just flat material, it just looks crisper and better. And that's like $100 to my tailor to swap out to make a new shoulder for a uniform I don't like. Right?
Yeah.
Not worth it.
And yeah, Shmobody, I know the Monster Maroons that you're talking about. I've seen versions of them online with the more subdued division colors instead of all Monster Maroon. Yeah.
You know what I'll do? Because obviously we love that fine chap. I'll put that idea through Nano Banana, and I will
But you can
see.
find them online.
No,
They already exist.
why no? But let's see what a modern AI retool of it would look like.
Okay.
Because those are all just recolored. They haven't changed the texture necessarily. This would fit with the style.
All right. Let's see what you guys are saying here with the Picard one. 34 votes. D wins with 38%. So it's D quality.
We gave it the D. Feels about right.
Yep. All right. Oh, and then this next one was the actual TNG
Yes,
season 3
good.
onward. Yeah, this improved the leotard look from the first two seasons. The one piece. I do like the fact that it's more like a sweater, like you got the Picard maneuver going on with it. And I love the high collar, the raised collar, as opposed to just the standard season 1 uniforms that had just like no neck. This looks more formal, looks more crisp, looks perfect place for pips. The colors are all fantastic. And yeah, it's just a crisp, clean uniform, which looks really good on almost everybody. So yeah,
I was about to say it's ostensibly perfect.
yeah,
I mean, the cheap ones that aren't. That's the thing. When you get a full version with right fabric and it's fitted for you, as we see in the show, right, it's perfect. But if you have a cheaper, like the criterion diminish because it needs all those different things. But it's so funny. I said tell the story before, but the first time I wore it for realsies, you had to Picard maneuver because the fact that it's a flawed uniform that it literally has to do that because it's a broken uniform is hilarious because that's
yeah.
a flaw that it rides up, but it's given so much charm over the years, right? Yeah, I would say it
Yep.
was ostensibly perfect for a uniform.
Large majority are agreeing with us. You on this one.
Because it just it
33.
looks it's less crisp than the Voyager one, but it looks better on more people than the Voyager one. Because the shoulders are really like sharp, whereas the body's really sharp, and it hides the
Yeah,
gut a lot better.
yeah. Well, 23 votes. S is winning with 61%.
Mm. Very nice, very nice.
I'm just gonna put it in S because you know what? It's where it belongs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. That's a bloody long time. Right. Let's.
There we go. All right. And chugging right along. Got Sergeant Montgomery with $5. Mako Camel Uniform Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
Thought they blended well within the quarters of the SS Enterprise.
I technically use the mirror one here, but they're basically the same. And that
Oh,
once
maybe that
again is
looks
not
so
showing.
good.
So let me try and copy and paste
Oh,
it
it's
again.
not.
Nope,
Oh, it's
every
showing
single
for
one.
me.
Oh, can't even copy and paste it. Oh dear. Well, you know what it looks like, guys, because it's working on my screen and his
It's working
screen.
on my screen too. What the hell?
There we go. Right, a refresh and 4 copy and paste later. There it is. Jesus Christ.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. Go vote on the Mako monster. Well, the Mako. I almost said Mako Monster Maroon, but the Mako camouflage. It's very military. It's very modern military, which I'm not the biggest fan of in Star Trek, if I'm honest. Like that's why I'm not a big fan of the Mako. But again, I like the patches on the arms, but feels very military. It just feels like tactical gear, which it is, but it doesn't feel like future tactical gear. It just feels like tactical gear. So
You see, I kind of want one of these, but unfortunately, there's a lot of accessories like Monster Maroon. The belt has like 4 or 5 different elements to it that it would feel naked without. And the rifle, I've got one, but it's the wrong size. It feels terrible. Yeah, I think it's a great looking uniform. They all look good in it because obviously they've hired actors to be the security who look more mean and serious, and so they all fit it well. If I recall, it's not a real camo pattern. They invented it for the show. There are lots
hmm.
of camo patterns. I believe this is a custom one because, of course, what the hell are they cameoing? Camoing. It's not gonna be space like right, but it's kind of. I mean, you can see it's got green, it's got blue, it's a mixed pattern. I guess it might work a little bit with all of them, and therefore none of them. Because camo is designed for something on a purpose. This doesn't do anything. But I think if it is, as I believe, custom, it's a nice version of that. It's a little bit more techie feeling. It's not just a camo pattern, even though it is. Yeah, I like this one. I would totally wear a full version, but I would be annoyingly needing the full thing. Um, yeah, and very apt with Enterprise. I think they both look good together. One is the
Yeah.
civilian boiler suit. One is the very military. It's exactly what they were trying to do, right? They both blend well
Hmm.
together.
Damn. 31 votes. 39% say S. A is close with 32%. Okay, so Mako's slipping in here underneath the 3 classics. Nice. All right. Sussy Guru 2005 euros, the Hazard team armor from Elite Force. Hazard team. Dun, dun, dun. There you go.
How many things off
And
there?
hopefully
Just
you
one
guys
copy and
can
paste fixed it.
see it.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try that as well on your end. It might work.
I can see it fine on my end.
Wow. We have 2 new PayPals, which is tremendous. Thank you guys. That makes all the difference. So thank you. So Ridge, what you guys think on this?
Yeah. Elite Force tactical. And I think this has a more of a Star Trek Starfleet tactical look than the Mako one we just looked at. But I mean, it's different eras, so that's perfectly acceptable.
It would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, the little harness thing that they got going on, the wrist. I love the wrist like communicator or whatever it was, and the fact that they're wearing gloves as well. Feels very like Living Witness, Voyager, with the gloves. But yeah, again, good, nice high color, kind of a textured or layered kind of look on the red up top. Yeah, I always thought these looked good. Didn't know if they really fit in Voyager, but I could see them fitting. It's fine.
Yeah, they're definitely unusual and unexpected, but I like the texture of it. I don't quite know why it's like a biker gear leather attachments to what is always a Void uniform and then a high collar. I don't know why, but it works together. And the belt I would understand. Have it be never quite understood why. I guess in theory, if those tactical gear does exist, where you then have shotgun shells on it.
Yeah, you can clip stuff to it
Yeah, so
usually.
there's a reason for it, but in obviously this context, it doesn't make any sense. But it's a look, it's distinct. I think they all look good in it. But of course, you don't really see them much in Elite Force because you are it.
Yes.
So but I think it's great. I don't know if I've ever seen a live action cosplay version because it's kind of complicated. But I would love that to be. I would certainly love it to be represented in a show. I think it'd be, it is close to canon because that game is fantastic.
Or a
And
fan film. You should have it made for you.
yeah, God, yeah, yeah, so many options, so
See
little
where you
budget.
guys are putting it. This one's a close one across the board.
Oh,
With 19 votes, C is winning with 30%, 32%. B is at 25%, A is at 20%, and S is 25%. So S and B are tied with 25.
so it depends what you're
That's
looking for, right? It's not the best thing ever, but it's doing what it's trying to do super well. So yeah, it's yeah. You guys have the final say. That is the important thing. We have sacrificed our power, Stuart. How does it feel? How does it feel? Feel dirty?
good.
Does it feel terrible?
A little bit used and
Oh
abused. But
goodness,
so C
goodness.
wins with 35%. Nobody wants to put anything in B, apparently. That's fine.
Great. And we have a AI generated version of this. Let's see if it works. Who the hell knows? It did on my end, which means you'll be able to see it because you're literally seeing my screen. So there's a AI altered Moss Marooning Gold, which we can vote on because there was a super chat for sort of that. So we'll include it because you guys that donate all the
Yeah.
time, you guys
There's,
deserve it.
there's a really good group shot of them on the bridge with them all altered, and it's interesting. I don't know if it looks. I mean, if you're so used to Monster Maroons, it's hard to say that it would look good, but it doesn't look bad, honestly. Um, yeah,
Do I include S or F if you're gonna hate it? Do I pander to them to loving or hating?
do SF and then like BC. So there's
Okay.
you can either love it or hate it or kind of be meh about it.
Okay. Uh, okay. There we go. Because the AI was able to craft the fabric better, so that's more custom versus just, you know, color, different color.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the pop, you know.
Well, I say that. Well, yeah, I know, but we're so used to seeing the maroon that anytime we see it off color, you're kind of like, eh.
Well, no, I don't even
But
mean
yeah,
that. I mean the white, black, and orange doesn't have the way it's done. There's a lot lack of color, whereas red is a striking color. I think blue would work okay, but this gold
yeah.
doesn't quite
But
work.
but going from TOS to this, I think would have been perfectly fine. I think the white and the black highlights on the yellow look really good. Yeah.
Sorry, so I did not. Okay.
Yeah.
So vote now as a bonus one because you guys are great. And you are great.
20, 24 votes. 50% are saying F, 8% S, 29% B.
I mean, I would say the personally, I don't know if you agree, Mr. I would say the Stranger Worlds one looks worse than this. Personally. Because if all it takes is a color to make it a bad design, then that says something versus the design being changed radically for the
Yeah,
other
but
one.
we're like I said, it's so burned into our minds as the monster maroon that once you see it as anything else, it just doesn't look or feel right. So of course you're gonna have an effect.
Well, same thing Stranger
So
Worlds. Yeah, because it just feels wrong. And it is wrong, but it feels wrong.
yeah, but the initial color, like a lot of people think, oh, that's exactly the same. And then you start it gets worse and worse the longer you look at it.
Which was, I think we
So
literally did that once.
yeah.
It was just, it was, we were like, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went for the cut of the flap and then the strap, and then we're like, what the material, the texture of the strap was all wrong, and it's like, oh, it just got worse and worse and worse. Yeah.
Pretty
All
much.
right.
All right. There we go. Bonus one. Thanks so much.
Uh Joe guys, $5. Strange New Worlds uniform is an example of trying to be too unique that ruins the original design. So Strange New Worlds uniform. Yeah, there's something about the Strange New Worlds uniform that just doesn't, to me, have the same feeling of the TOS. I think it's the material they use, probably. Um, it's a nice reimagining and it's a nice reboot of that style if you want to do that. Um, and I guess it is a previous style uniform before TOS, so it would change into TOS if you assume that Strange Worlds is Prime. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think they definitely tried. This is, I think, is a female uniform, which is different than the males because this has the high boots. So it's but anyway, you know what a Stranger Worlds uniform looks like. So
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's using the Beyond fabric, which is a really crisp fabric, so that was a good choice by them. It's fitted better on everybody, which means everyone looks a bit more lean. TOS is some people like McCoy is not lean and Spock is lanky but not lean, so it's fitted better. It's definitely I the Beyond is crisper, but not by a lot. But I do miss having the black. I just it was that there's two lines of it should have been black to make the collar more distinct. But it's probably as good as you're gonna get for a because the deltas in the show are subtle, right? That's part of why Stranger Worlds I think beats it because they are less they're not there. But it's definitely one of the best versions we're gonna get with modernized TOS that they would willingly do, right? Because we saw what the JJ ones were, and they're like, ugh. But this at least tries to feel good, even if it's not feels the same. So I commend them for actually trying.
I can
Because
agree it's better than this, which is the
mm,
Discovery Season 2 asymmetrical collar. Sorry, I'll get that off screen. I'm sorry for upsetting you.
don't make me look at that, Stuart. It's pain. Where's we haven't got Cyborg here
Pain.
today. He's not here on tap. You know, I can't live through that pain. So no one super
I was
chatting for that.
thinking,
You know,
I
no
was
one do
thinking
it.
more Horda pain, but
Yeah, no one super chat for that one. He does not
all right.
deserve
Let's
to be on
see.
this list.
18 votes, 44% say C, although somebody said D, if anything, A Heath. So we'll give it a C.
I would have given a happy B, but that's up to you guys. Wow. Okay. Damn, damn, damn.
Guess we're heading over to PayPal now then.
But you guys are getting great ideas so far. We're still missing Voyage and First Contact. Loads of good, and no Bs. Because it's a hell of a unique list so far. Very interesting. Alright.
Julius Enterprise uniform and the away mission style uniform from Star Trek Beyond. Got that one already? Okay. Oh, they're there. They didn't populate. Okay, there we go. Svetas? $10. The Star Trek Enterprise Desert Away Team uniform. Great shot of them too. It's like, hey.
Yeah, I've seen them before. Thoughts?
Yeah, I talked about these the other day. I don't mind these at all. I just like the cut of them. I like the style of the zipper and everything about them. They seem very loose, relaxed, comfortable, and good for desert wear, I guess. I don't know. Light colors and all, Yeah, I think they're good. I like them.
Yeah.
I'd like to get one of these shirts, actually.
They're not remotely Star Trek at all.
No.
They're just gym gear. They're hiking gym gear. And that's fine, right? But they're an absolute fail for a Star Trek. But why the hell would you have a Star Trek designated desert uniform? You wouldn't. You have the main uniform which works in deserts, right? That's sort of the point of being all terrain. So again, in its form, it works really well, but it's very much just they have a couple of these on board in case, but it's not really a serious uniform. But it's serious gear, not quite in the same way that the Topol bio scan gel gear, like that tank top is absurd, right? It's amazing, but it's absurd. That would never be a uniform piece with that much belly and that tight. But it fits the weird era of just being a slightly more modern NASA than a uniform. So it's great, but it's not remotely Star Trek. But it's great. Because it's just cargo trousers, aren't they? Like, that's probably a found piece, the trousers. I'm sure the shoes are, But you can buy these. They do exist, the top at least. Cozy did make one. They look quite good. They did a good job.
And with 23 votes, 43% say S tier for these. Interesting.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. All right, next up on the PayPal is... Oops. Classic for real. $5, so he says $2.50 each, split between Sam's and Stuart's choice for a fan design uniform. NX01 or a Scant, Monster Marine Tangerine, you decide. I don't have a fan design one that I can think of, so I don't know.
Maybe one from Star Trek Continues? Don't know.
Well, let me take a look. If you have one to put in, throw her in.
I don't, but I am Googling, Google sending. So I think there is. Well, it's funny. You search Star Trek fan films and nothing comes up, which is a bit weird.
Look up Star Trek fan uniform. He's got some weird recolors of stuff.
Oh, actually, that's one. Uhura's in Of Gods and Men. Because that was a custom uniform. Aha! I got one, baby. I got one. It'll give you time to find one yourself.
Yeah.
Because we've not done any custom uniforms and Trek shorts because I ain't got the budget or time or effort for that. So this is ignore. Oh well, Apologies about the resolution, because I wish it was higher. But you guys can see it is a female cut custom captain's uniform for her, because she's ostensibly the lead of that film. So they made a custom uniform for her, which is great. And how much more legit can you get than a real actor wearing it?
Yeah, that's a nice one. Including pants as well, instead of a skirt. It's very good.
Yeah, it's
It
just
feels like it fits right in with the actual canon uniforms. So
because those are the three officers' uniforms, and it's less showy, I would say. For whatever reason, Pavel having the arms be white makes it all pop more, but not having that, yeah, blends in well. Yeah, feels definitely like a behind a desk kind of uniform. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like an officer who's happy to. Yeah, no, I think that's really great. Glad I thought of it. I know Batavia have one, maybe. I say have one, maybe, but have one.
All right, well, let's see what you got. Oh, we got a three-way tie, but the winner is with 17 votes is S tier with 29%. And we did have a three-way tie for A, B, and C all at 22%. Now that's really shifted around because we got 20 votes. C is winning with 35%. S is second place with 25%, and then A and B are tied with 19. Huh. Hmm.
I think it's great. I
Yes.
think it's, yeah.
I guess we'll call it there. 22 votes. C wins with 41%.
Oh, okay. The people have spoken. Okay, cool. Do you have a fan variant of some kind?
I don't know if it's fan one, but this one was on DeviantArt, so yeah.
Well, I mean, a fan made it. I mean, yeah, it's not official.
Yeah.
What do you want
So
me to
just
call
the
that?
black monster maroon style with more military trappings with the little
Okay.
braid thing on the shoulder as well.
Yeah, very, very
I just
distinct
think,
belt.
yeah, I think the cut of the monster maroon just looks really good, especially in black. So yeah, there's a lot of different Black Mirror Universe versions from different eras as well that I found, but
Hmm.
this is kind of the one I wanted to talk about because I do like the black monster maroon. I think it's a really great idea.
I think my only issue with it is it feels a bit dead.
I think that's the point though, because it's usually in an alternate
That
universe or
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it would not be apt for a real Trek uniform, but symbolistically wise, it's like, oh, okay.
but that still maintains the maroon stripe down the
Yeah.
pant leg.
I bet it's because the artist just didn't want to modify that. I'm gonna be honest, which is fine. Save something too.
I'd make it gold or something. Yeah,
Hmm.
something different.
Or if you give the same silver trim, which would make sense.
Or gold trim. Yeah, I'd change the trim to gold
Or if you,
personally.
or if
Black
you,
and gold.
well, yeah, black and yellow, black and yellow. Because if you make the trousers silver, you could have made the trim black. They would fit with the red. Yeah, crazy. What are you guys gonna vote for? What are you guys going to vote for? And guys, keep PayPaling indeed. We certainly appreciate the support, and you guys have put in some great ones so far, but 2 for 1. And there's loads more uniforms. We've got plenty of time, so throw in some fives. And even if you guys want to say $5 for 2 famous uniforms, and just let us roll through them, because we can see them. There's loads of great ones that would be sad not to do. Because where are you going to rate them? Because we haven't B yet, do we? I believe. Which is a
It's
bit.
like Star Wars Empire Admiral's uniform. A little bit, yeah.
I think that might be worth doing at some point. Doing other sci-fi uniforms. See
Yeah.
what people compare on. Because I don't know.
Let's see what you guys are saying with 19 votes. B with 53%. Way in the lead. We got a B. Oh my god, I brought in our first B.
Damn. I spoke at the right exact time.
I feel special now.
Space Force uniform, yeah. Yeah, that color is a lot of what defines Star Trek. That bold. Think about it, guys. The TNG corridor has bright orange doors. Right? It's not a standard color. Kirk has a green wraparound.
It's green.
These are slightly silly colors what we associate people wearing, but the way they do them just kind of works. So it tells you that that's part of the vibe, right? Part of the vibe. Interesting.
All right. Let's get back
Right.
to the super chats. Oh, guys, $5 says maybe should have put in there as a great kilt supporter is Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod. There can be only one who wants to live forever. Yes. And he goes on to throw in another $5 and says Strange New Worlds uniform is an example of trying to. Oh, just already did that one. Sorry.
Yes, I was wondering where that came from, Stuart, but I trusted you that it came from somewhere, so I guess it was because you skipped ahead a little bit. Cool.
Yeah, I skipped over it to get one off the board, but anyway. Sesaguro 2000, €5. Seven's initial Borg exoskeleton should have been in there for most of the season, with it only gradually being removed. I agree with that. Yeah, it shouldn't have been so easily just dismissed. That's not the one he means. I think it's the one from Scorpion. Should have
As in
been
her Borg? As in
maintained.
her actual Borg suit?
Yeah, they're like
Oh.
Borg exoskeleton.
Well,
Keep that for a year, like slowly getting rid of parts of it would have been better, I
okay.
think, than just instantly going to the cat suit. But we'll throw the cat suit out.
Well, no, it's fine. I'll find this because this is her first for like 1 episode or 2 episodes. One moment.
So I assume that's what he was talking about. But just look at the cat suit while he looks for it.
Well, no, it encouraged because I want people to vote on this one as well. This might be an AI picture because I've never seen this shot before. But it's a really crisp picture. What do you think about this? Because I'm... okay, yeah, it says... okay. Well, it's basically... Oh, goodness. Yeah, so it is a AI made. Well, that's pretty close. So do that for a second.
I agree. I think she should have come on board, and at least not for a whole season necessarily, but for these 4 or 5 episodes, have like the suit to being like reduced each time,
Chipped
and then
away.
finally get the cat suit.
Yeah, it's definitely there's not really a catharsis if she's able to be healed enough to have all of it removed. Same story. Because literally,
that's what happens
at
though.
the end, she has hair. At the very least, be bald. Although that would not introduce how they intend for it to be as a sex symbol on top of a smart symbol. You know.
It would have been as easy as going into holodeck and like trying out different hairstyles or whatever.
Yeah, do a lull.
And then going to the on-site barber and have the hair generator thing do its thing.
Yeah, that could be actually amazing if she has a... She goes on holodeck, she's wearing a Voyager uniform but without pips. She has all of the head stuff, as is here, but not the eyepiece. And then she puts on a wig, or they put a wig on her. So it's like that, but a red wig, a blonde wig, you know, because she's already in a bald cap, so she can put that on. And then she picks her hair color, and then next episode you see her now. But actually, he needs the healing uniform because they were like, we can't have a uniform because it's not enough. It has to be a custom piece.
And with doing all the hair colors, you're hitting everybody's fetishes, and it's all on screen, it's all canon.
Just what I was thinking, yeah. And they're all wigs, right? Although that's a lot of wig budget.
Yeah, they can.
It's so funny that Gates McFadden wore a wig like 85% of their time on Star Trek. You wouldn't think it. I wonder who else in like Voyager wore a wig and we just never knew. I wonder. Because I feel like they all have their own hair. I'm pretty sure they all
Paris definitely wore a wig.
And I love
the doctor as well.
Oh right, yes. For 1 episode at least, or 2. But I love how you can always tell which season is by Mulgrew's hair, and it's one of the most lovely small things that when they do time travel, she gets old hair back, and it's just you have to do it for continuity, but it's such a nice like bam, she's now a past version of herself. That's all you have to do. Yeah, love it. But A Heath says do TMP. Hey, it's not up to us. It is a super chat or PayPal based thing. If you want to put in $2.50 on the PayPal or $5 on here, put in TMP. And how many? There's loads of TMP uniforms. There's not one. There is like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 that one film alone. So if you want to see it, put up for it. We'll talk about it.
25 votes. A wins with 68% for this one. Second place is B with 24%. So
It's not even a Starfleet uniform. It's a zombie suit, but okay. Okay.
Borg drone uniform. Perfect.
But it was a great thing of them, even if she's gonna be a sex symbol in theory, to have her look as repulsive as possible in the first episode and not sexualize at all helps.
Well, you wanted to vote on this one, so let's vote on the cat suit,
Okay. First cat
which I
suit, because like four.
which I guess is like Starfleet issue. So
Well, no, Dr. Tully designed this. That's the point.
with Starfleet, it's fine. It's a regeneration suit. It's helping her heal. I have no problems with this.
Notable in that you can see her ribs.
Well, no, you can't. Those are the ribs stitched into the corset.
But that's the idea.
Yeah.
That it's so tight and healing that it's so form fitting you can see her form. And she couldn't pee, she couldn't remove it all day. It was a very uncomfortable. Because this was the extreme version. The next version's a lot nicer because they balance it better. But it works as a small time piece as it being because it does have a certain techno feel with what the fabric is. It has there's some logic in something about it. So the fact that it's meant to be healing and like compression, there's actually an ingenuous reason for why it is what it is. So there you go. But I prefer her red and her purples more. I don't like her blue that much, but I like the fabric of the other ones. I think it suit her better.
So remember, for 49 months, the rank of captain says should have given her a cadet uniform instead of a cat suit. Blah.
I mean, we see her once in a Voyage uniform, which is fantastic. So, in relativity, a great little twist turn of events. Like, oh my god, you're here in uniform? Yep. Wow, you look great. And at the end, like an episode when she's with Chakotay, I think she's in uniform for that a little bit as well.
She was in the Time episode.
I know, but on top of that.
All right, only 15 votes for this one, guys. Hey, Keith says agreed. Not quite a decontamination rub down, but something for everyone, eh? Yes. 17 votes. S tier wins with 47%. Second place was C with 24%. So it's right up there with the Monster Maroon. As far as being memorable, I guess. Sure. Don't disagree. But again, not very Starfleet uniformy.
Yeah, but I don't think it's trying to be.
No. Sessiguro 2000 throws in €5 and says the Odyssey dress uniforms from STO. That is those there.
It's so funny how someone stream no slides just kills the resolution sometimes. I was definitely nicer than that when I found it.
Yeah. Well, slides. These look nice. They're kind of reminiscent to me of motion picture era, just with the gray, and even the cut at the bottom of the tunic feels kind of like Kirk's Admiral's uniform cut from the motion picture. So they do kind of a motion picture vibe to them. I do like the white at the top again, giving it that kind of more official or like ceremonial dress uniform look, which talked about the Voyager racing uniforms. So no, I like these. I think these look really good. And it's kind of mixing up both TMP and the Rathacon because it's got like the shoulder strap as well. So it's quite an interesting vibe.
It's very derivative though. Nothing about it is even remotely new. It's just mixing and matching other things, which is very much what Stowe is in a lot of ways, right? Which is part of the fun. But to me, this feels like a fan design because you didn't hire Robert Fletcher or anyone to design a new uniform. You said, "Oh, I love the Monster Maroons because everyone does," and they just. And I agree with you very well
And
that they're having it be the grey of the Admirals and TMP is a very clever thing, but in no way is this the era it's meant to be. Like this is
even the top white part is so much of the first contact gray, like just the upper part,
yeah,
right?
it's just definitely missing the boat in terms of the era it's meant to be in. But I can imagine it's the you know the hyper retro of it. Yeah, it's it's fanny, fan why. That's the thing. Once you perfect the Voyager and TNG, they've never quite gone back to how perfect that is for a Star Trek uniform. So it's all diminishing returns of other weird variants, etc.
And the Dark Lord Revan says Starfleet only uniforms or any Star Trek uniforms.
We'll
I think
do a,
it's just
well, I mean,
Starfleet
we will
today.
do a separate version, which will be every uniform. If you need to if you really want to see it ranked against Trek Starfleet uniforms, and put in the PayPal if you really want to, if you need to. If you're like, I want to see it compared, because of course, if we exclude non-Starfleet, then it'll never be ranked compared. If you think there's one that people are going to love in the way, I'm happy to include it because ours will never be included. But don't put a random one. But maybe people will love another uniform in comparison. Don't know. I think we did one of these once, and everything on Starfleet was lower, like notably, and it was odd. But if there's one you think is going to really rise up, sure.
All right.
This one is trying to reference every pro uniform for something so bland. It's busy.
Yeah.
Cool alien though.
Yeah, I think it's trying to hit a lot of beats to just kind of appeal to a lot of people.
Because it's very much like how the first contact dress uniform is a waiter's uniform elevated. It's a new design while still being like, it's not the first contact uniform at all. It's nothing previous. It's something new. Like or hate it, it's different and new. You know?
And Heath says, well, not to be a nerd about it, but Star Trek Enterprise wasn't Starfleet.
Star Trek Enterprise was Starfleet. It wasn't Federation.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Starfleet and XO1, which wasn't Federation. So we over nerded the nerd comment. That's great. You're
Well, he's
welcome.
brushing off the Cheeto dust off his keyboard or his neck beard.
Oh,
So
goodness. All right, what are people saying, Stuart? Because that is the end of our bank things. And no one said Voyager, no one said Prodigy, no one said First Contact. There are some obvious holes in this, guys.
they're all crap.
Excellent.
Anyway, 24 votes. S
Wow.
wins with 50% for this one.
And this is why people out of democracy look at democracy and say, really? Because to put the desert uniform up with the Monster Maroon, I feel like if you're at a Trek con, everyone's buzzed, there'd be a round of laughing at them being identically qualityed.
Yeah, and if we place these there, we would get scolded for our choices.
But hey, democracy, guys. I mean, you've fought for every other week, haven't you? All right, I'm going to put in one. I'm going to see what people think because we're waiting for some more submissions. In another controversial one. There's a couple more you guys have to put in. Really have to, guys. So super chat or PayPal if you can. Bring back the monarchy. Well, that's us normally.
This is absolute dog shit. I hate this uniform. It's an improvement over some of the other stuff they had, but it's bland, it's ugly. The gray is just drab. The pop of color with the stripe just doesn't quite work. The asymmetry of the bottom, yeah. There's nothing here about this that's super special. I actually prefer the original season 1 Discovery uniforms to this. Like this. Yeah, that looks better than this gray piece of shit. See, just gonna stand in front of you because
that's so
I look
insulting.
cooler.
You're so insulting.
No, I'm not being sarcastic or assholish. I'm being
I mean,
genuine. I really prefer the
when
blue.
can you not be there? I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's
I've never been sarcastic or assholes in
physically
my
capable,
life.
Stuart. Are you? Are you?
It's got a long shit stripe on it, says Derek.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. I prefer the motion picture uniforms over this. Just saying, one looks a little sharper and crisper. And bulgier in spots, depending who's wearing it.
Yeah, I think this is okay. I mean, it certainly is a McDonald's uniform, but I do think it works better than at least the trailer version of the uniform when it's all the bright red, because at least the grey is sharp and the red line is a fresh new take on how to do it. The issue is the collar. Bad things. If you had the uniform but you gave it pips, took these away, and a better badge, and lose the asymmetrical,
Yeah.
it would
Yep.
be instantly better. It's not the uniform that's problem, it's all of it combined. You could easily
Yes.
improve it, or maybe like higher or a bit more black. But I like the concept of it because it does a lot of the TOS elements of a uniform, just not as well.
Mhm. Jamal Taylor says it's fine for admirals. It's better than the disco bellhop uniforms, a low bar, but it needed the color swap. The 1970s McDonald's uniforms were better. Let's see what you guys are saying. With 21 votes, it's got a B at 43%. The fact it's on the same tier as the Black Monster Maroon, that's worrisome. Wow.
Democracy. That's a hell of
I
a
get,
poll. Wow.
I get more and more disappointed in our viewing of our
It
community all
means he
the
loves
time.
you more and more, just in his own way.
I thought I raised a better community than this. I thought I taught you better. Jesus Christ.
Oh, love it. Next year.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Next up, we got Sussy Guru 2000, throws in €5. TNG Season 1 uniform, the worst. No, not the worst. That's a pretty good uniform. Especially here. It looks nice and crisp and clean here. Doesn't really work so much when you see it on people all the time. It it looked fine for back in the day, but then when we got season 3, it's like it was instantly just shit compared to season 3. So it was good until then. It looked good. It looked crisp. It looked clean. Some people prefer this to the season 3 and beyond uniforms, but yeah, I like the little striping on the bottom of the pants. That's great. The one piece is a great idea in concept, maybe not in execution. And not having the collar, the raised collar, I think just looks a little bit more lazy and a little bit more.
Well, it's not lazy, it's designed.
Yes, but it looks a little bit more lackadaisical. It doesn't feel like a uniform. It feels like just casual.
Which
Whereas,
might work well in the sense of it's not
yeah,
trying to be militaristic, right?
well, true. That's what Gene's vision, right? So,
Yeah.
but with the raised collar, I think just gives a crispness and a
Oh, yeah.
better feel.
Yeah. I don't think
So,
lazy is the right word because it was incredibly intentional.
yeah,
It's unthreatening. And just because I can,
sure.
there's young me wearing one. I'll let you to fix it. This is the sort of uniform that until you own one that's pretty good, you dismiss it. But I think I suit this uniform really well. Not everyone has a neck for it, but I think you'll agree, Stuart. Young Minut's reasonably good in that.
Sure.
Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't look bad. Yeah, you can tell a bit more the de-aging when it's full screen. Gosh, crazy. Yeah, Nick hates it with a passion, but as soon as you put it on and wear it, you feel like proto TNG. It's such a time machine of a uniform. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, it is tight. It is whatever. But I quite like this line. It's a cool design that you appreciate when you have. And I've yet to do more than one at the same time. But it was oh, I know I'm wrong. I have done one. And it was so fun to see them both in full season 1. It's like, this is such a time. Both people were DH the entire goddamn scene as a flashback. It was a crazy scene to film. It's like, everything here is CG. Shit. But that's fine.
Well, with 20 votes, D wins with 50%. Second place was B with 25%. So would anybody have selected F? Put it in the chat right now. Just put F if you would have given it an
It's
F.
not remotely worse than the Discovery Season 3 uniform, the grey one. It's better than that.
It is better than that, yes. I will agree with this.
It's definitely better than the desert uniform, because that's just a shirt and trousers. Not a uniform at all. That's the thing. People are potentially voting for just how cool it looks, like how fun, not necessarily how good a Trek uniform it is. I don't know. That's why it's interesting, because none of you are wrong.
But you're all wrong.
Oh, I thought Stuart was going to be an expression of you're wrong, but he actually just said it. Impressive.
22 votes. D wins with 50%. So we'll slide it over to the D slots for NCC 1701D.
But it's a fair shake.
So I guess we went to PayPal now because
yes, indeed. Now I really want to see the first contact Prodigy and Voyager included. Come on, guys.
All right, let's see. We got. Let me guess. It's classic for real. I'm waiting for it to load. Why is it not loading? Can you read it on your end? Because I can't load mine.
He went for the Deep Space Nine Niners uniform, the custom.
But is it classic for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well guessed. Well guessed.
That's also not a Starfleet uniform, so it should instantly get an F. As far as,
and I'm not including S because it's a goddamn baseball uniform, so it doesn't get an S by default.
I mean, the hat. The design of the hat,
Chef's
the
kiss.
logo with the Deep Space Nine docking ring or docking arms with the baseball, beautiful, absolutely awesome.
I think that's a Doug design. I think he graphicked that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he did.
But yeah, just Niners. I mean, it all comes together. It all works really well, and it's a fantastic, fun thing to watch them play baseball. The funny thing is, the actor that plays Nog or Rom, Max Grodenchek, actually was a professional baseball player. So they put the glove on his non-dominant hand, so he'd be worse at throwing and stuff. So, but he was the only one that could actually play baseball, and he was, off to the sidelines for most of the game, right? So that's the irony of that. It's really great. Fun fact. But yeah, as far as baseball uniforms go, this worked out really well, honestly.
Because I feel like the joke of this uniform is just like a 1980s baseball uniform with their name.
Yeah.
Which is why it's great. But it's
because
it's not a modern uniform, is it? I'm sure they've done more. I'm sure it's like of the time that the writers liked baseball, which was the 80s and 70s. Which is all good.
But that logo is so well done.
Sussy, you buddy, oh pal. Good man, good man.
All right, let's see. How would you rank the baseball Niners uniform? With 19 votes, 74% are saying A.
Because I refuse to put on the S, because that's silly.
I still want to get one of these baseball caps. I'd probably wear it around.
They're great.
Steve Shives wears his all the time.
And he's a bastion of Star Trek.
He is. He does know his Star Trek. We just don't always agree with him. That's all.
Just has a couple of fundamental difference in ideas.
All right, we got Sussy Guru 2000 with 15 pounds. Well, okay then. Voyager and First Contact uniforms. Yes. Also the Warship Voyager variation with the black gloves and collars. Okay, so we will do Voyager first.
Beautiful. And Jamal came in with the first one as well. So please pick another famous one, Jamal. Swap that. There's a few left. I'd love to see Prodigy represented, but Upcard Season 3. It's up to you guys.
So Voyager, I know you really love these. They're not my favorite. I would absolutely prefer the First Contact uniforms over these. the TNG ones as well. These have a more relaxed feel than TNGs, though. They don't feel quite as
More relaxed. They're far less
yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah, but look more relaxed because it's like an undershirt with like a thing. It's not like the high collar, like the more military kind of
Huh.
crispness
Because
to
it's
it.
actually scratchy, the undershirt. It's not as fun because it goes up higher. Whereas a
Yeah,
collar,
but
you
it
don't
doesn't.
fix it.
It looks lazier. It looks like somebody wearing a turtleneck under a sweater or something. It just
That's
doesn't feel as
ah
militaristic as the TNG one.
okay. Do you want
I
red
do
squad? Nice.
I do like the cut down though in the front. That's really nice. Uh, and yeah, the nice pop of color at the top there, as opposed to it's just a reverse of TNG, isn't it? You know, they had the shirt being the color and the shoulders being black. But yeah, these look really good on a lot of people. I do like the look of them. I just, for me personally, if I had to choose, I'd choose the TNG one. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think they're sharper than TNG in terms of the fit because it's a jumpsuit, right? So if you've got the body, then everything below the shoulders is sleeker. The crispness of the shoulders gives you really crisp, I just said that, but really sharp shoulders that you just don't get in TNG because that's not they're lost in the black, but they do different things very well. Um, if you're taller and thinner, this works better. If you're anything else, TNG works better because of the way it bounces out. Undershirt looks good, very easy to see with the pips. Badge obviously is great. I love the fact that the amount you pull down is different per actor, per preference, and per version uniform. It's
Hmm.
not all the same. Some have it right up to the line of red, or orange or blue. Some have it lower, etc., etc. Yeah, darn crisp, and it's the easiest with props because the TNG has trousers, so it has custom belt loops, whereas in the Voyage it's all beautifully part of the waist. So it's the most well thought out uniform because there's no Picard maneuver. Like it's the most thought out because I mean trying to follow the best uniform with the better uniform, it was thought out properly. And then First Contact just made it more military. Same thing, more military, right? And then try to keep the color in. But this for me is the best like representation of Star Trek uniform. But TNG looks better sometimes. They kind of interchange, and they look great together. If you have both on screen, they both complement each other really well. This just looks sharper to me.
So with 23 votes, S wins with 43%. Second place was B with 35%.
And no C's. It's interesting when one gets none. Cool. Okay, good stuff. And then its direct competitor in these games.
First
Honestly,
Contact. This is just to me like gold star approved. It's got a very strict military feel and look to it. And I love the darkness of the uniform. I just love that it's black and gray with like the little pop of color for the undershirt and on the sleeves as well. This to me doesn't, it feels like a darker kind of Starfleet overall, and it is because it's wartime, right? So you don't want to see a whole bunch of bright colors walking around in your promenade or whatever. You got the black and gray. Things aren't as, you know, positive. Let's put it that way. But I really love them. These look so good on almost everybody. Yeah.
well, as you said, it's symbolic. The films are more about darkness and battling and fighting, and this represents that in a lot of ways. It takes the you know everything in Voyager and makes it darker. But of course, if you get really expensive hand dyed fabric to have the shoulders and add a lot more structure, because Voyager is about
Mhm.
crisp. This is about detail. So therefore, on a big monitor, all the fabric really pops. And having a different color for the outer and the inner is good. This uniform really relies on close-ups because in a wide shot, the color is not lost, but it's so minimal that it loses a lot of the Trek feel. But as soon as you get into a close-up, the color really pops against the grey. So it's designed for film, not necessarily for standard wear. Whereas in every other uniform of this type just is more medium. Um, and yeah, great. It's a sort of uniform that needs to come and go because it's of a certain time and then move on back to the color and positivity of Trek. Um, but you can definitely make good cheap replicas because just the grey is fine with a bit of sew stitching if it's fitted. But as soon as you
Yeah.
get a high end version, just the fabric comes to life because you have to go expensive.
Yeah.
But it's really hard because they literally custom dyed it back in 1997, I suppose, and then fans found the company, bought from that company anything that was left, kind of thing, and then no one's ever really custom dyed it again because it's like a specific grey. But they also change between movies because it's a whole thing. But yeah,
First Contact is ranked S tier with 85% and 20 votes.
that is our winner of the live then. But the hands down biggest majority by an absolute wow. So people liked the Wrath of Khan. This is easily the winner then. Wow.
And his next one is
Shit.
Voyager variation with the black gloves and colors. You'll excuse me if I use this photo instead. It's more kind of,
Sure.
I don't know if it'd be better resolution, but it's more of,
Sure.
you know.
I think I was going for not trying to with dark because it's not as not
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
All right, so Living Witness, closest we got to a mirror universe Voyager until Prodigy. And yeah, I love this. The black undershirt instead of the light gray or the purpley kind of undershirt, I think looks really great. The gloves definitely give it an authoritarian vibe, and it's just that simple. That's pretty much all that was changed, I think. Also zipped up further, I think. Um, that combined with their hairstyles, a little bit more harsh look to them. So but yeah, I think this is great, and I think for a mirror universe version of that era, I think this works really well. Even though it's not mirror universe, it's just
Some guy
you
got
know,
it wrong.
yeah. And I think it looks really good. I do like the gloves; it gives a harshness to it, and not wanting to get your hands dirty, literally. But you know,
Well, you're not seeing any humanity, right?
yeah,
When you cannot see skin, when you cannot see the human experience except the face, you lose something. We're so used to almost nothing in the clothing world covers the hands, almost nothing because there's a reason for that, right? I don't know if every actor wore gloves. There's not enough scenes. I can't recall. It wouldn't be that difficult. There's not that many people in those shows. But and this was, of course, my inspiration for my Khan variant in, or somewhat for my fan film where I had them wear the Picard season 3 undershirt, which has got texture, and then the Voyager because black and color works really well. It's a really strong pairing, and also no com badge at the time, so it's just sort of a lacking uniform of life and hope. Yeah, no
we'll bring,
shit.
we'll bring in Sam's. It's a little bit brighter, so in
Yeah,
case anybody.
yeah, it's incredibly effective. It's definitely a worse uniform than Voyager, but what it's trying to do, it's spot on, right? I would love to custom com badge, but that's for 3 scenes. It's I'm okay with that.
Mm.
It's great. It's great.
Let's see what you guys are saying for this one. Looks like S is winning again with 24 votes.
Okay.
58% are saying S.
Okay.
B is second with 21%.
Cool. Fascist Janeway's a vibe. Yeah. And Jamal, no com badge, no pips. They should have done a full episode with this. Yeah. Yeah. It would have been a hell of a punt to like a season and a half later have a full episode with these coming in and attacking Voyager. It's like what? What? How? Multiverse.
So Jamal asked for the first contact, and then we already done that. So he asked for Red Squad then.
The cadet
Which are just
uniform.
the cadets uniforms. I think they look really sharp, actually. I like the gray and the red. I think it pops really well. It's a different vibe, but I think it I think it works. It's basically just the first contact uniform with the colors switched. So uh and yeah.
So kind of, if you look at the uniforms, it's not quite that. It's baggy. They're all
It's
baggy.
also got an elastic waist, I think.
Yeah, they're more
Yeah.
the Voyager uniforms because of course they were
Yeah.
designed for earlier, so they're the Voyager uniforms modified. But they're much baggier. They've got giant ass pockets on the legs, which
Yeah.
is fine, and then the two tone only, so no black at all. So I would say they're not sharp. They feel muted, but in a good way because they're not full. They haven't earned the sharpness of their full uniform yet because, like I said, it came around the Voyager time. Although technically speaking, Starfleet Command is using TNG still when they went back home. So But obviously, the first cadet uniform was just the Void uniform, give or take. They model, so they're all inspired by each other. But yeah, I've seen one of these in real life. Look good. The fabric, for whatever reason, is a different. It's more of a has more of a felt cotton sort of style. It's not that same exact black material, which gives it a slightly looser feel as well. Which makes sense, right? These things are, it's well thought out for being not in many episodes.
Well, with 27 votes, C wins for this one,
Okay.
36%. Next closest is A with 32%.
Oh, hey. Wow. That's why you have to vote, guys, because it's easy to almost win. And no one said Discovery Season 1. And I'm the only one put Discovery Uniform in at all. So people have put in.
That's fine.
I agree. But people have
I
put in.
only have like a few minutes left, so don't encourage them to put more stuff in.
But I want to put in, if it's going to be the last one, the Prodigy uniform to see where you guys are going to rate it, because I really like the Prodigy uniform.
It's not the last one. We got another one.
As I said, I want to let Stuart put in the last one then.
Derek, $5. Why not? Why has no one not mentioned the TNG pajamas?
And do you have a
You just
spend?
did, so there you go.
Okay, cool.
These had potential to be pretty awesome if they changed the colors. I don't understand the muted, like earthy palette they went with for these. And some were better than others. Like I really liked Admiral Kirk's uniform. Not everybody had that same cut and vibe. The monitor belts was an odd choice, but you know, interesting. Trying to do something new, and that's great. And depending who you are, I mean, these fit really tight, so things popped and bulged, and you
Light,
know.
you say? Mm.
I don't mind them. I wish they would have been a little bit different color wise. I think that would have been a made a big impact. And I don't know why they went from TOS brightly colored to TMP drab for the
Not
big
just that,
screen.
but on drab sets.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like, I remember that for Discovery they said, "Oh, we had grey uniforms at the end of season 3 on grey sets. This doesn't work."
yeah.
It's like, yeah, no shit. It feels like something that
So
someone should have said, "This isn't going to work, is it?" When they
yeah,
costume designed it.
and also the various different versions there were. Like I said, there's the Admiral one. There's so many variations running around. It didn't feel very uniform, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah, Sudo has a
their
custom
product,
one.
yeah,
Ilea, I mean, it's
they're very loungewear. They're very 1970s kind of loungewear vibes. It feels like product of its time for sure. So, but yeah, not overly bad.
but there's something charming about them still.
Yes.
They are very of the era. Like, these date for me so much more than TOS, which feels forward thinking. This feels of its time. But I do
Yeah,
kind of like
absolutely.
I do kind of like the cut. Having a monitor at the chest is kind of fun. I don't. No, it's not a com badge yet because that's Enterprise C. So it's just a metal badge, which upgrade. I think, yeah, if you're fit and your bulge is not bulging, they can look kind of sharp, but not in a way that could not be much better. And of course, Kirk's is the best. In fact, two of Kirk's. He has an overly chest hair version as well, which is also
Yeah.
great. But it's like,
1970s. Again, that's dating itself.
yeah. But I mean, they're so distinct, just like season 1 TNG, which is so funny. They're back to back uniforms, and yet, like, almost, but like the
Yeah.
betterness of that is just astounding.
With 29 votes, this one gets an A with 41%.
Right.
Next place would be D with
Hey,
28%.
Robert, Mr. Channel member, which helps with the thing going well. Do you agree with the chart? Because you guys voted for it. And as I was saying a minute ago, Stu, if this is the last one that I was going to put in for, and I found a better picture because it's a hero replica. Ignore the fact that it's me, because I only have a me version. Because that's a proper fabric. This is the Star Trek Prodigy uniform. I'll let Stuart fix that. So this is a variant of the All Good Things uniform that they redesigned for Prodigy. And it's technically...
They're fixed.
Ah, sure. And it's technically the first uniform after First Contact. So this is the next one. This is where it went after. Yes, it is white piping. It's not gold piping because that's reuse assets. Trust me, it's white.
I know. to me, that makes it feel kind of animated for some reason. It's an odd choice for something like this. And
There's no
the
choice.
the the the,
Extended V.
the way
Yeah.
they dive deep down, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this, honestly. It doesn't look as bad as a lot of other uniforms for sure. Like it's not the worst thing ever, but I don't know. Something about the white just isn't really needed.
See, I think without the white, it would be bland. I think, especially on the neck, it really helps Chris. Like,
If
give
it
a
wasn't there, it would feel very TNG.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Every part of it brings personality because it is obviously another Wrath of Khan style with the. Although it, like I say, it is end game version. They've just modified it a little bit, but it's having the although there is no strap in the show, you can't. They don't see it open, so it could just be a line. But I love this uniform because I think I really like the ultra high collar. It's actually higher than TNG, which really looks crisp and nice. The joke being, of course, is that the line of it up here, the white has to touch, which is so throttling. I have to get them fully tailored to the person's neck because it has to connect, which means that there's like no space because in the show there is no neck and there is no it can throttle pull, so it's very precise. I love the All Good Things badge. I love the line from Voyager coming back in. I quite like the I just think it looks really good. And it's very long as well. It's more it's too long, but you don't see it most of the time. And again, we balance it per actor. I really like them. They feel like a more advanced push forward after Voyager, like doing something new that's different while still being faithful. That's not as weird as the flashback, which is the same thing but more weird. And it's way more Trek than First Contact. And like I say, nice fabric. It looks better. I like it a lot. I grew to like it a lot, and I feel good in it.
28 votes. C wins with 29%.
Bastards.
A and B are tied with 25%, so very
Oh,
close. S at 21%, so it's all very
well,
close.
yeah, shit. Okay, that's wow. That could be anyone's game. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
All right, well, that is it, guys. That'll go in the C category here. Oops.
Yes, in no way is it worse than the season 3 Discovery, but okay.
Yeah.
Personal preference. How do you feel, Stuart?
Tired. I want to go home.
Excellent. You are home.
I
Well
know.
done.
I know. This was interesting for
Very
sure.
interesting. I would not have predicted this as the lineup. I think I would have significantly got it wrong had I been to pick. But what an enterprise! They got two S's,
Mhm.
an A, and only through us making TOS it might have been a C. So as a real interesting. Well,
All right, we'll see you guys next week, or well,
oh.
Saturday. You can watch our content on Saturday, and we'll chat with you soon.
And thanks for all the PayPals, guys. It does make a huge difference. So we thank you
Yes.
very, very much for that. Good job, guys.
So until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley.